What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carlos. We are here sitting on the throne. Having technical difficulties. Life is lifing, but we are here. Welcome to episode, I think this is 17 of Sitting on the Throne. Share the video, share the link. It's going to be a fun episode. Tag all your ladies. You don't have to be in line dancing to enjoy this episode. Go ahead and tag all the ladies you know to join in and jump in on this conversation today on Sitting on the Throne. We have a special guest coming on today. Let's get this set up. Bam. There we go. And we got the chat. Let's log in, baby. There we go. All right, if you're in the chat, go ahead and log in and let me know where you're from, where you're listening from, so we can respond to you. I see 10 people in the room. We got people from YouTube and Facebook on board. We are live on TikTok as well. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share the content. While we getting started, let's take care of some bills. We have the Beginners Ball coming up. First weekend in April. Some of you guys are locked in for that. Host is me and Q from the ATL. Call us up the super hosts. We're going to have a good time. If you're going to be in the Atlanta area or if you want to come on the event, we got spots available. I just opened up the Eventbrite. Go to my Facebook page and jump on it. The event is from April 4th through the 6th. And if you want to come down a day early that Thursday, I definitely got some spots available for our Thursday pre-party. Tickets are available for that too. Go to that link on Eventbrite and jump on it. We have an all-star studded lineup of DJs and instructors. This is the Beginners Ball and the ATL. All right. Also, for all your soul line dancing musical needs, you can go to www.soullinedanceradio.com. Where we have line dancing basically all day, every day, 24 hours. We have morning show mixes, we got midday mixes, and we have stuff for you even in the evenings. But 24/7, from the time you wake up to the time you lay down, music is available on that website. If you want to put music on there, you can email me at soullinedance@yahoo.com, soullinedanceradio@yahoo.com. If you want to send me music to put on the station that you line dance to, you might not think I don't have it. soullinedanceradio@yahoo.com to send me that music. And if you're interested in promoting your event or activities you may have going on, like workshops, pop-ups, on the radio station, you can send me a 20 to 30 second audio clip promoting that thing, and we can set you up and get you rocking and rolling on the radio station. This is for us, by us, all day, every day. soullinedanceradio.com. All right, and last but not least, we got spots available on the Line Dancing Groovy Cruise. Go to www.thelinedancinggroovycruise.com if you are interested in setting sail with us, y'all. We almost got 3,000 people on this ship. Most of you guys are paid for, in full and ready to rock. We have an event the day before the cruise at the Miami Beach Convention Center. where all 3,000 of us will party and have a good time, and then we'll cruise from Miami the following day to our own private island in the Bahamas, where we have the ultimate line dance beach party. This event will be jumping all week with all of your favorite DJs, all your favorite line dance people that you love to be with is going to be on board, and we're going to have a good time. Plenty of activities set up. We will do a bunch of line dance stuff. Plus, it's still a vacation. It's still a cruise. We're going to do all that stuff that you love. It's going to be incorporated. We have a good time. Tons of themes. If you are already registered, make sure you're checking your emails. The themes are out. They've been sent to you already. All the information you need to get you to where you need to go to as far as that event is already been sent to you. So check your emails, guys. Like I said, there are spots available. And if you want to go on the cruise, go to www.theLineDancingGroovyCruise.com. All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all jumped in, and we all have a special guest, a special treat for y'all today. Today's episode is called Transparency and Vulnerability Tuesday. All right. We're gonna bring a guest on here. She is in Georgia, Albany, Georgia. Live on this call, we got the beautiful, one and only Teresa Fields. All right, now work this thing out. Man, there she go.
Yay!
Good to see you. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Trying to get this thing rolling. You know, a little technical difficulty. We here.
Okay.
Um,
You look up close and personal for real. Okay.
so we got you zoomed in on.
I gotta bag my
There you go.
camera up some. Bag it up.
There you go. So
all right. Yeah, I like there we go.
I see you got a lot going on there with the social media. You booming, girl. You know, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all this stuff. You know, how you feel about this newfound success?
It feels good. It just was a sudden boom, not gonna lie. I've been posting and been consistent for over a year now, and it's just like suddenly everybody know T. Everybody want to follow T. But it feels good though. It feels good. I get a lot of love and support from people from everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody, you know, I see the comments, they loving on you and sharing the videos and
Yeah.
learning their stuff. And it's becoming big in the community now. So
Yes. And I'm getting a lot of love and support from the young people too. So they call me auntie. So I like that too, because that's the next generation of people, of line dancers coming up. So I really love that.
auntie. So I wanted to bring you on here because I wanted to have a conversation that a lot of communities don't have to talk about real life stuff. Like, we utilize line dance as an escape, as a getaway from our real lives, or a hobby that we enjoy. But I feel like a lot of times, in a female dominated thing like this it's 98% women in line dancing, and a lot of times there is a miscue, a space where jealousy can be created, envy, misunderstanding of people, and then forgetting why people are doing what they do, right? And so, since I know you, right, and I, feel like you have an amazing testimony, I think some people need people to show their human side. Mm-hmm. A lot of times people just look at you for who you are. Oh, she a TikTok girl and she on YouTube. She thinks she all that and she above this and that. And so many people in the community are battling different struggles and have different stories, and I feel like you can definitely be one to tell your story and motivate and inspire a lot of people out here. So let's get to it. Carla, what you talking about? Why are you yapping? She ain't got no struggles. She young, she beautiful, she know how to dance, she make money, blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna let you talk about it. Introduce
Okay.
you. Have more knowledge than me.
So the person that you see today, the person that you see floating around Facebook, the bald head chick, the bold chick, the twerking chick, the energy chick, high energy chick, that hasn't always been me. The person that you see today, I just found this person the end of 2023. Yeah, end of 2023. And it's now 2025. And I know many of you probably are looking right now like, what? Yeah. So as you can see, I'm bald. I am bald because I started dealing with loss, started having these issues. 33. A young 33-year-old single mother dealing with hair loss issues. And for me, that was hard. I already feel like I'm about to cry. Jeesh. But that was hard. That was really hard. And so I'm going to first start where my hair loss issues began. Back in about 2017, my traction alopecia started. So for those who don't know, the traction alopecia is basically where you're losing your edges. All right. So that came from wearing crochet hairstyles, because that was big at one point, wearing braids, wearing sew-ins, and wearing wigs. Now, I do know that everybody that use or wear these hairstyles don't have these issues, but for me, I did. It began with some of the braids either being too tight, the sew-ins being too tight, or you're just not taking care of your hair properly while you're having these different hairstyles. And for me, not only was some of them too tight, but I also wasn't properly taking care of my own natural hair while I was wearing these protective styles. So that's where mine began, along with diet and along with stress. That's where my hair loss issues began. Instead of embracing it, I hid. And of course, I hid by wearing more wigs. So I went from a young woman who said I would never wear a wig to a young woman who didn't go anywhere without a wig. All because I started having hair loss issues and I wasn't comfortable. I was ashamed because I was young. So I grew up in a church, of course, and in the South, it is big on your hair is your glory. You don't cut your hair. And that was a level of bondage within itself. So it does make you think, okay, if I'm not supposed to cut my hair and my hair is my glory, but I'm losing it. What is that telling me? What is God doing to me? And I'm only saying that for the mental aspect of it, like how it messes with your mental, because it does. It messes with your mental. So that was the traction alopecia. That's where that came from. And then I also started having loss in the center. So the center for me was more so the diet, and the stress, and not taking care of my hair properly. And when I say not taking care of my hair properly, a lot of women, when we wear our wigs or our sew-ins or whatever, our natural hair is braided down. Where there was times when I would have that same braid down for 3 months. Crazy, I know, but I got lazy. So the wigs also made me a lazy individual with taking care of my own hair. So it is, I'm part fault of that as well, because I was just lazy. Like, I had got real lazy. So I had two different things going on. Two different things. My drinking started to increase. So I went from a young lady who would buy a 6-pack wine cooler and it would be in my refrigerator for a month, to now that's gone in a week. And then it got to where I was having a drink every day. And depending on what that drink was, that drink got stronger and stronger every day. For most of you that follow me on social media, a lot of you know I was a wine lover. I would drink wine every single day. Like one year for my birthday, so many people knew that I loved wine that I swear I left my line dance class with over 20 bottles of wine, because everybody just bought a bottle of wine. Like, in that moment, I was like, oh my God, y'all love me. But that was horrible. That was horrible. And it's not to make anybody feel bad that did that for me. That's just where I was at that point in my life. I was open about it. I was loud and proud about it. So it's not that they did anything wrong. They just did what I was loud and proud about. And so, of course, the drinking didn't help either, when it comes, because that's a part of the diet. That's a part of the diet when it comes to the drinking. So that was 2017 when the issues started. By 2019, I was in full blown like traction alopecia. I literally had no edges and no one knew. No edges. So every hairstyle that I would get had to purposely cover. And like sometimes I had to be very strategic in the morning before I left the house to make sure no matter which way I swung my head, held my head down, or whatever the case may be, no one would see, what I was dealing with. And from about 2017 to 2023, no one outside of my hairstylist saw what my natural hair looked like. So there's a time frame. Like, I have friends, I have my daughter's coaches. They never seen my hair. They did not know what my natural hair looked like. All they saw was a wig. That's all they ever knew. And it was one day, I was like, we never seen your natural hair. Why you don't wear your hair? And you come up with the excuses. Oh, I just don't like to wear my natural hair. So if I didn't have a wig on, I had my head wrapped up like in a head wrap. It was one or the other. That was the only one or two ways you was gonna see me. And that was it. So about towards the end of 2022, I really did started to get like a little tired with the hiding. So at that time, I was heavy in doing extreme hip hop. That was my other love outside of line dancing. And so this class was held at our local YMCA. Every time I would go to the Y, I would see a sign across the street that says hair loss specialist. And I looked at that sign every week for about 2 months. And for whatever reason, God would always make sure I looked at that sign. So one day, I said, you know what? I'm going to make contact with this, because it was a salon. This sign was outside of that salon. I'm going to make contact with this individual to see, what all they offer, why this sign is out there. What do they offer? Because I am getting kind of tired. I am getting kind of tired of hiding. So in January of 2023, I finally made contact with this lady, and she's a trichologist. She specializes in hair loss. Because I wanted to know if it was reversible, repairable. Like I didn't know where I was. So I needed to know, could it be fixed? Could I grow my hair back? Or am I too far gone? So I finally did the consultation and went in. And that's, of course, that's when she let me know I had the traction alopecia, but that my hair loss in the center wasn't necessarily alopecia. It was just a combination of things going on as far as stress, diet. I had clogged follicles. So like my hair was fighting for its life to push through because it was so clogged that once it finally did push through, it was so weak from fighting, I was combing it right out. So basically, I had to have like a scalp detox or a scraping. Think of like a scraping of the scalp for that. So basically, all in all, it is repairable and it is reversible. However, just as long as it took me to lose it, was also going to take me just as long to get it back. So at this point, I knew that this process wasn't going to be an overnight process. So this is January 2023. I start treatments where I have to go. Initially, I had to go once a week. No, I'm sorry. I had to go twice a week because we was doing like a deep cleaning of my scalp. I also was getting laser treatments at the time as well. So I went from 2 days a week to 1 day a week to eventually every other week and then to eventually one time a month. And I did that treatment all the way up into June, all the way to June. So now, mind you, although I'm feeling better and I'm getting treatments and I realize that it is repairable, I'm also walking in there with the wig on. And the moment she does, she does everything that she needs to do. When I'm walking out the door, I'm walking out with the wig on. So yes, I started the process, but I was still hiding. So May, in May, May 2023 was a pivotal point in my life. I'm sorry, y'all. May of 2023, I did finally decide that I wanted to cut it all off. And I did. I didn't cut it off bald. But I did tell her that I wanted to start at ground zero. So in order for everything to even start back growing right, I needed to cut it all off so it can all grow together. So I did do like a big chop in May of 2023 where it was just a real low cut. And I remember at that time after she cut my hair, she told me how beautiful I was with the low cut. And she was like, "Oh, you can rock this now." Like, girl, you're so cute. You can go outside and rock this now. You got the right head. You got the small face. And although I appreciate her for that, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And I still walked out of there that day with my wig on. So, also in May, of 2023, I met this guy for the very first time. I always knew who he was. But we had never met in person. We don't. Whew. Sheesh. I'm sorry, y'all.
Take your time.
Ooh.
Everybody say they love you in the comments.
I love y'all too. So I met this guy. And our first encounter, he gave me the ugliest stank face. Ooh, his face was just a stank face. And he wasn't really looking at me. He was looking at me, but he was looking at the fact that I had a wig on. And I remember that face to this day. But it was out of love. That individual eventually started, of course, telling me how beautiful I was. No matter what I looked like without the wig, that I was still a beautiful individual. And they wanted me to know and to see that for myself. Because even though I thought I was loving myself, or I do love myself, not if I really wasn't, not if I was hiding and I couldn't be 100% truthful and transparent with myself. So this individual also helped me to see beauty in myself and to love myself. And that person is Carlos. So this is May of 2023. Yes, I am still wearing wigs at that time. And this person also understood. He understood that I wasn't ready. He loved me through that. He loved me through the process. And not everybody can or will do that for you. So July 2023 comes around, and I see y'all comments. Thank you. I love y'all too. Thank you so much. July of 2023 comes around, and I declared that no wig July. No wig July. So I literally went in my closet, y'all. I had mannequin heads like lined up in my closet. All these different wigs on them. I went and took every last one of them before July 1st, and I went outside and I threw them in the trash. I purposely didn't put them in a bag or anything that would cause me to go out there and get them back out the trash. So I threw them in the trash can the way that they were, because I knew I wasn't going to go get them out the trash if they weren't in anything. So I made it through no wig July. Now I was wearing my head wraps. I was still at least wearing my head wraps. So still kind of wasn't 100% there. August of 2023 comes around, and this same individual took me skydiving. I'd never been skydiving before. Skydiving changed my life. Because it made me realize if I could jump out of a plane from that high in the sky, and be okay. Why can't I do this? In August of 2023, I cut all of my hair off and I started boldly and proudly walking into who I am. Not who I was, but who I am. I'm not the same person. And a lot of y'all should be able to see that, but I'm not even the same individual. My confidence level is higher now. I smile more. Even my daughter, realizes these things because when I cut my hair off, she had already transitioned to college, so she wasn't at home. She wasn't home when I cut my hair, but she had seen my struggle. Like she has walked in the bathroom and seen me trying to cover up here or seeing me spraying hair color over here to hide that little spot. Like she's seen all these things. And I took a picture of myself and I sent it to her. And her words back to me was, "Mama, you're so beautiful." And she said, "I'm glad you finally did it. Like, about time. I'm glad you finally did it." So even then, my own daughter was seeing my beauty and I wasn't. So everybody was seeing my beauty except me. But today I see that. Today I walk in that. Um, so when you see me being extra, as some people may think or say, um, you see me throw a twerk or whatever while I'm line dancing. It's because I wasn't that girl. I wasn't her at one point, and I can't go back. So I'm gonna be loud. I'm gonna be proud. I'm gonna be extra. I'm gonna be the ball of energy. I get comments sometimes, even on my videos between my personal page and my line dance page. Oh, she doing too much. She want all of the attention, and those people don't know me, so it's no need to argue, right? They just don't know my story. They don't know where I came from. They don't know how much I was hiding. Um, and then I also get some people coming and, why all these women cutting their hair off and being bald. Now, at that point, I will say something because I have to let people know you don't know what people are dealing with as to why they had to go bald. And I just pray that you never have a female in your life that either has to go through a cancer diagnosis, alopecia diagnosis. Like you don't know why someone is bald. Everybody ain't walking around just cutting their hair off for no reason. So I do get crazy comments sometimes, but hopefully now, with a lot of you guys, you'll understand better and better why at this point just having fun and living life. I'm 40. So basically you gotta I really ain't started living till I was 40. Living for me, like in the true authenticity of me till I was 40. The average life expectancy is 80. So I've already spent half my life not being 100% me. And now I can. And now I can. And I want to say to women, we got to stop being so hard on each other. We got to stop being so hard on each other. You don't know why someone is on that floor without a care in the world, dancing how they're dancing. You don't know why they're out there the way that they are. You don't know what they've been through or even currently going through. You don't know what kind of freedom dancing is given to them. So as women, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Thank you. I see y'all comments. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I see somebody say, keep doing your rump shaker. I will. I will. Thank y'all. So all in all, that's my story. This is who I am and why I am who I am.
Thank you so much for that. And why you got me crying on my own show? God, Lee. God, Lee. Yes, you are beautiful. You are inside and out. But like I said, I want this to be a moment, not even just be about Teresa. Just open up that door of kindness and understanding in our community as a whole. We see it with posts from people who just, unknowingly just wake up and want to post stuff, or the way they may even act at events toward each other, and you never know what people are dealing with. The preparation they had to do in their room before they even came downstairs to the ballroom. You don't know, like, people are dealing with all type of stuff. And it's just one story. We're gonna probably do something like this once a month. And there's tons of women who are dealing with stuff that you wouldn't imagine. And I know a lot of the stories because I've sat there and listened and talked to these people. And that's why I'm not judgmental at all. I know the backstories. I know the struggles. And I always said it. I've been saying it from day one with you guys. Women kill each other. Like, there is no grace given in so many situations, so many instances. And this community is all y'all. It's a bunch of women. Y'all, it's guys in it, few, but y'all have to love on each other.
Right.
And with that comes everything else. You gonna get, support. People pulling up. You'll be surprised why somebody supports you. A little bit of transparency and acting like you human will get a couple more people on your dance floor. You are not above, the rest of everyone, and this is a perfect opportunity for transparency to be shown. And I knew that took a lot, T. I know it took a lot. But I asked you to do it, I knew you was like, it's a journey. It's a journey. Nothing happens overnight. You knew where you were when you first started, and you know where you are now. But I want everybody to see that timeline and understand whatever you're battling with, just start the process now. Just start the process now. It's not going to look how you want it to look tomorrow. It's not. And the more open you are with it, people are going to be supportive of you. If I dare somebody to say something crazy on this post, I dare you. Like, the community is going to embrace you, love you, and meet you where you are, and love on you even more. And them hugs gonna get a little bit tighter for you, Teresa. When people see you at the next events, the hugs gonna get a little bit tighter because they didn't know.
Yeah.
Now they know, and other people can take this testimony and move forward.
Yeah. And I even encourage you guys to reach out to me. Like, I don't mind. If you're someone who's struggling, I don't mind talking with you. I've had a couple people at certain events walk up to me and just say, I just want to give you a hug because I want to get to where you are. So they're telling me, but not telling me. But everybody don't always have someone to talk to either. Everybody don't have that. So my door is open. Please don't hesitate to drop me a message in my messenger. I will share my number with you in the messenger and be a support system for you. Because you see me today, but it was not easy for me to get here. I fought it. I fought. It was hard. So I'm not going to sit up here and just act like it was all peaches and cream. It was hard for me to make this decision, but it is one of the best decisions that I have made for my life.
Stephanie, I didn't even know that. I love you. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I didn't know. Love you, Stephanie.
That's what I want the platform to be. Like everything I run, I always wanted to use it for the betterment of the community. As much as I want to come on here and talk line dancing and etiquette and all that, this is the kind of stuff that we need to talk about too. I think it's very important. I think it makes those dance moments that much more enjoyable to actually really know the people that you're dancing with. Like not just to know that you're from Georgia or know that you're from, Tennessee or whatever like that. When you start knowing people and getting more, I'm telling y'all, the love, we gotta start loving on each other, man. We got to. We got to. Let's love first, dance second. And it's all gonna be nice. Because y'all always say, I just want to dance, I just want to dance. No, but I don't want you to hide behind nothing. I want you to dance because life is short and you're trying to enjoy the moment. But I also want you to know that there's a community of people out here that will love on you, hold you tight, and embrace you, and walk this journey with you. Even when my mother had cancer, I didn't know that she had cancer and was struggling because at the time that my mother was sick, me and her wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't on good terms. Imagine that. Everybody think me and my mom is the best friends ever. Y'all don't know our story. You don't know the things that happen in real life, right? And we all working on stuff. We all work in progress. We all ain't got it figured out. So don't ever. I hear people say couples goals or mama and son goals and all that. I don't know.
Don't know.
Story of what's really going on in real life. Be lifing. Life be lifing. I'm telling y'all. Shayla says she gives me life every time I watch her. Carlos, can you find a way to get her on Line Dance Mondays?
Thank you, Shayla. I think I've seen her name a couple times in the comments on my videos.
Yeah, going through these. Janae said, thank you for sharing your story. Felicia said, thank you for sharing. Gloria said, stay strong. We need that support.
I think that's my mom. It might be my mama.
Patty said, we love you, Teresa. And Zinga,
I love you too.
Gloria says, so proud of you. Everyone don't know the struggle. That's Gloria. Danny Baldy. Baker.
So that's my mom. And this is another key point. My mom also has alopecia. My mom is the walking face of alopecia here in Albany. That's why her name says Benny Baldy. And even though she was the walking face of alopecia, I still was struggling. It didn't matter that she was bold enough to walk out in it. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And some people was like, well, it should have been easier because your mom. It wasn't for me. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm just 33. Why am I dealing with this? Why am I struggling with this at 33? So So yeah, so my mom also has alopecia, and she rocks a bald as well.
So that was your timeline of and the diagnosis 33 to now at 40.
Mhm.
So you've been dealing with it for 7 years. Okay, 7 year timeline.
Mhm.
Mm, okay. And let you know it's a long journey, y'all. 7 years is a long journey,
Mhm.
and everybody's story is not going to be the same. Mm,
Mhm. Mhm.
but whew. Mm-mm. So when I first met T, so I had decided I wanted to start going to classes instead of going to events because I'm a DJ and doing what I do. A lot of time I'm not available on the weekend to travel. So I had went to a couple cities in Georgia, and when I got to Albany and finally got to meet Teresa, I met her at lunchtime, and I remember I walked up on her. Hey T, what I told you T? What I say?
Yeah, that stank face.
I said, why you got that football helmet on? Why you got that football helmet on? That's what I said.
I should have
I
left
call
you alone from that day forward.
I call that thing a football helmet.
Yeah, he really was. He was mean to me.
Hey, look,
And then I
and
said, I'm not gonna look like this later on in class. And he was like, good. Good. Yeesh.
but and I talked to her. Like eventually, we talked and uh, you know, basically telling her, all these things that she said today, but it's not just her. I've always been an advocate of this, of self-love, and I know when somebody's hiding something and holding back. And I'm a good reader of people. I spend time, taking notes of demeanors and attitudes and personalities. And like when I say from the person I met in May 2023 and the lady that we see now is a totally different woman. Like it's crazy. Like I'm like, she probably don't even like me like that no more. She can go ahead and get anybody she want now. She out here. She ready now. She ready. Like for the world. Like, and but you see how everything associated with her since that time is exploded because
Mhm.
her joy is crazy, her energy is crazy.
That's
But it
true.
all starts with that self-love. Like she feel invincible. Like she can go out here and accomplish anything in the world. But it started with loving on herself. And it's a very uncomfortable conversation. It has to come from somebody that really loves you, somebody that really cares with you. It needs to be said a certain way. Be
True.
People have to be very intentional with their tone.
Mhm.
Um, my original tone wasn't probably the perfect one, but um, coming from a good place though. And um, I think about how many good people don't get the opportunities or have the things they want because they don't have that complete self-love yet. Think about job opportunities. When you walk into that meeting, that interview, you might not give off enough confidence. And you never know what it is. It might be a disability you may have. It might be, like you said, alopecia. Women deal with so many different things. And it starts with that inner love, accepting what you are, who you are, and where you are at, regardless of
Mhm.
its weight, hair, finances, anything. Start the process now. Everybody's timeline is going to be different. Everybody's story is different. Um, and I always say it jokingly. I be like, you ain't had no real friends. That's what it was. You ain't had no real friends. I tell everybody that. Everybody, if you big and you getting bigger and bigger and ain't nobody talking to you about it, I'm like, you ain't got no friends. Like if you out here going crazy and sleeping with the whole city and doing things like that nature, ain't nobody talking to you, pull you to the side, you ain't got no friends. if you out here doing this and that, like whatever you're doing that's not supposed to be done, and nobody's really pulling you to the side or having that conversation with you. I always say it jokingly, but I really be meaning it. Like, where is your village at? You know, but Teresa was so busy hiding it from everybody that
They
a
they
lot of
didn't
people
they
really,
didn't know.
you going through your everyday life not knowing that somebody dealing with this struggle. So it's also, I place the burden on you guys to let people know, because somebody can help you. And like Teresa said, reach out to her, use her as a resource. Stephanie, make sure you get with her. There's a few other ladies in the comments that said they had the same story, similar story. Um, uh, Andrea, I know you have short hair. I'm not sure if you're dealing with something similar. She said you give her motivation. Who else? Oh, Gloria said, Ruth said, I have alopecia and I cut my hair off a few years ago. At first, I would wear hats, but now I love the shine.
Yeah, I'm probably shining right now.
Gloria said, no, it wasn't easy for me, y'all. I hid it for years. I came out bald in 2015. It started in 1998. Wow. So that's 17 years. All right. Mm. I just never know. Just say I love you both, my play nephew and niece.
Love you too.
Woo! All right. And I got my emotions back. My feelings back. Yeah, that was good. That was really good right there. Oh man. So when y'all see her in the front line at the event acting the fool, let's go like this. Go ahead, girl. Do what you do.
They're probably gonna boost me up worse now. Like, Lord.
Yeah. I tell people, like I always, like on the podcast, I refer to it like church. When you go to church, a lot of us grew up in church. You got people that when they get that spirit, they act differently. You got some people that run around the church. Don't I say that to some people? They know. Let her out. They let her run. She just be running.
Run everywhere.
You got people that be shouting. They be
all out.
Let them shout. If the spirit hits you and you got to drop to that floor, people let them. They put a little blanket over top of them. Let them lay right there. Let people do it. And line dance is no different. When people be in there doing what they do, as long as they ain't hurting you or disrespecting you, let them people have a good time. Because you never know what people are dealing with and struggling with. And
but those same people are struggling too, though. So you being a bully or being mean, but you got your own struggles that you want somebody to show you grace for.
Preach. Yes.
I just get it.
More love. So we need more love, baby. But yeah, if you're interested, anybody in the Line Dance community with another type of struggle, and I got a couple people I want to reach out to already. I want to do this once a month. You know, use it as a platform to highlight, you know, the realities of our lives, testimonies, and understand why people do what we do and why we love it, right? Because for those moments, you free, right? You, nothing else matters. Man, this was good. Especially how my morning just started. I needed
that. Oh, man. Alexa said, dancing with the disability and still loving it. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Alexa, you want people I'm talking about. We're about to bring you on here.
Mm-hmm.
Your story is super dynamic. You're a walking testimony. But yeah, anything else, guys? You got any questions? Anything else you want to say to you before we close?
I love y'all real bad. I really, really do. Even the mean ones. I love y'all. I love y'all. it's it's nothing no one can do to stop me, to stop my shine, to stop the confidence that I have right now. I'm gonna keep putting out the great content that y'all loving. I'm gonna keep on dancing and I'm gonna keep on stepping, like Mike Clark said. And just keep watching, baby. Just keep watching. I love y'all.
All right. You have watched Sitting on the Throne, episode 17, Transparency, and what's the other word I use? Testimony. Tuesday. It was a good one. This was real good. Healthy. Felt like a little release was given.
Mm-hmm.
Got to cry a little bit,
Share it with
yeah,
people.
all you guys. Yeah, exactly. Share with people. Share people. I always love learning about people, man. Like, I hate watching documentaries after somebody passed away and find out about their life. You be like, yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's find out this stuff now. And because people be needing it in real time. Like people that might be dealing with stuff, they don't need to see it 20 years later while they're on their deathbed. Like while we're fighting the fight, while we're going through the struggle, these testimonies are need to be heard and talked about. And yeah.
Adrian said she got a question. I don't know what that question is.
End the show on that one. Like,
and my mama on here talking about Riri. Mama, they don't know me by that.
Stephanie said, yes, I can't stop crying. Yeah,
Love you, Stephanie. I love you too, Mama. I need to know about the Blue Magic fan. Huh?
I didn't hear anything. What is that?
What Blue Magic fan? My popping fan?
Oh, the one you were doing in the video?
That's what I'm.
Face?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably because you had music over top of it, right? That's why you could hear
Yeah, I did, but I don't know. She might be talking about the Blue Magic hair grease.
Oh.
I don't know. She might be talking about the Blue Magic. I don't know. I don't know. Clarify that, Adrian. Help us out. Oh, in the stepping video. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had to put his music over it. I had to do an overlay. So
yeah, you can't hear none of the actual.
yeah, I'm gonna have to do another video where you can actually hear the fan pops.
Now we got 119. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Next Tuesday we'll be here, same time, same place, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Sitting on the Throne, episode 18 next week. If you have any topics that you want to talk about when it comes to line dancing in the line dance community, hit me up in the inbox, and we'll talk about that stuff next week, next time. I appreciate you coming on, T. I love you. Your testimony was amazing, and keep on shining, girl.
You can watch the replay, Chops. Just go back and watch the replay.
Yeah, get your tissues out.
Man.